everybody. This is J.E.S.Kidding. Um, I'm one of your hosts, Lalo, and to my left is it's gonna be Juan.
What's up, man? What's up, everybody?
Just underneath me is Big Daddy-O Saulo.
Hey, what's cracking, peeps?
Like the Brady Bunch. Oh, Brady Bunch.
And just over here with his
There? And look at each other and go.
I see what? Hey, Lalo, tell me how this feels.
Oh yeah, you're hitting the spot. You're hitting the spot.
Mira.
Spin it around.
No, dude. Yeah. Dude, I remember we were watching. I was watching a pay-per-view for wrestling, right? And you know how people make signs. This is before the COVID. Dude, I think I was with Oscar, and we were watching a fucking pay-per-view, and Roman Reigns was like the headliner, right? And you know his thing was like the thing, right? Dude, there was a guy who had a sign, and it was like one of those signs that you could move, right? And the whole time, because once the camera pans around, like you got seconds to really put up your signs, right? The dude fucking grabbed this sign up, and then he starts going again. It looks like he's just pounding like an asshole. Dude, this shit was the funniest shit ever, dude. Because that's Roman Reigns' thing. He goes like this, right? Like he cocks his hand up to like punch people, right? And this fucking like he has the sign. He's just this. I'm like, dude, is he jacking off his hand? What the fuck is going on over there?
So wait, so today football officially started today?
What?
NFL, it officially started today? Okay.
Yeah. No preseason. They just went right into it.
It started Thursday.
Yeah, technically, yeah. The season started this week. So it started Thursday night with Kansas City and Houston, and then today was the regular game. So
does
yeah, dude, the only one I've seen that had an audience was Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
like
that's Kansas.
At like 20% or something.
Yeah, like 30, maybe a third of the people there.
So what is it? Because that Kansas City, the state where Kansas City is, they allow them to.
Well, Kansas is one of those states that never really was hard on implementing social distancing. It's one of those states that just listen to whatever Trump says.
Red state.
Yeah, exactly. Does this
mean their jerseys?
Does this mean that the Super Bowl is gonna change, or is it still planned to be on the same day next year?
Everything seems to be on schedule for the NFL. It's actually the only sport I think that is not getting pushed back or hasn't had a pause.
Well, there's only 17 games. Dude,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like they for sure took out the preseason, which is obviously something they spend a month on at least. So that was, but the season would usually start on a weekend like this. So yeah, it's kind of on track. It is on track.
Okay.
So yeah, the Super Bowl should be in early February. If everything goes, the other thing though, I mean, I've noticed that other sports do cancel games like basketball and baseball if somebody comes out positive and stuff. I don't know how they would do that in the NFL because everybody generally plays on the same day on Sunday,
and they're not in a bubble, so
yeah,
they're traveling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
I
don't know how that's gonna work out, dude.
The San Francisco Giants, I know they canceled a game this week. And it was just sort of a coincidence that it was the day that like the air quality was really bad, and on the same day, one of the players came out positive. So it's kind of like, well, we were gonna cancel the game anyways because of the air quality. So it's sort of like it worked out. But yeah, baseball has had several teams have had games canceled. The Marlins was one of them that had a lot of games canceled. I forgot what was the other team. There was a second team that had a lot of games canceled.
The A's canceled a few games too. I think like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Well, they were thinking of canceling the Niners and all the California games because of the fire, but obviously they didn't, right?
Did they play?
Yeah, they played.
Yeah, they played earlier.
They gotta go to Mexico
But it was
City
weird
and
though.
train
It was
over
weird
there.
because like when the camera would pan out at the here at the Levi Stadium, like it just looks like a fucking like muggy and shit. It just looks bad, dude. But whatever, I don't give a shit. It is what it is.
They should have gone down to like Mexico City and trained. So when they get over here, they're like, "Yeah, we can breathe this shit."
And then you gotta
just acclimatize.
Yeah.
No, and then you gotta imagine the amount of money that they're losing because they can't have a crowd.
Well,
So they're like, fuck that. We're not gonna cancel no game because of smoke. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
To watch the games.
Huh?
To watch the games, is it you have to pay for each game? Like it used to just be televised, right? Like how's that work?
It still is televised.
Yeah.
So people can just tune in for free. They don't have to pay to watch games.
You could always tune in for free, Chris.
No, I'm just curious what they're doing now. Where do you make your money?
You know
where are they getting the money to pay
merchandise?
So right now, I have cable at the house, but I only have one box and it's from my mom. Right, it's in her room. So I don't really have cable at my house. But you know how I watch the games right now? Yahoo Sports. I saw the Niner game earlier, and then I saw right now the Cowboys game on my phone. I didn't even know Yahoo did that. I got an email earlier talking about watch live games on Yahoo Sports, and I was like, what the fuck? So I clicked on the email, and then at the bottom of the page, it just said live videos. And I clicked on there, and then it said, oh yeah, the Cowboys game is on at 5. And it's literally what is it, CBS or NBC or whatever the fuck the channel is, and it's like you're watching live TV. So I was like, all right, fuck, it is what it is. That's how I watched the game tonight, and the Niner game.
Technology.
Yeah, and I think it goes back to what you were asking, Chris, the fact that they know that a lot of people can't go to the game. Well, nobody's going to the games no more, so they're just making it easier for you to watch it,
Okay, but I mean, where is the money coming from now if there's no ticket?
Dude, you know how much that LA stadium that they were playing at is worth $5 billion? Where's the money usually coming from anyway? So, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, the way they're making their money is that these TV stations, NBC, CBS, and ESPN, they pay these teams to put them on TV. So they pay for the rights to show the games. That's how they make most of their money, actually.
Yeah.
And most TVs and most channels, they make money off of views. Like how many people are tuning into their channel, to their station to watch.
Yeah.
So that's how they make their money. So, Fox, NBC, and all that, or ESPN. Every time you watch it on TV or you're on the app, like they're making money. You know what I mean? So
sponsors.
Anyways,
yeah.
How you feeling, Statistic?
Technically, yesterday was my first day that I was able to go out, and actually today earlier I went to Target, and it feels so good to go out, dude. I was just like, let me stand in line. I don't care. Take your time. You want an extra bag? Yeah. You know what? Give me 2 bags.
Lalo, cough on me. I don't give a fuck.
Just going off on every door handle you saw.
I was like, I'm walking through the lingerie section. I don't care. I'm just out. I'm just glad to be out and about.
Somebody coughed. Hey, somebody coughed, and Lalo's like,
I'm immune.
Someone came next to him. Move, asshole. Get out of the way. He's like, I love you too.
Hug me.
You are
So
a human.
Come here. Let me just hug you.
Let me hug you.
But you know what's so funny? So I've been taking out Mercurio early in the morning when there's nobody out and about, and then later in the day, just before sunset, same thing because there's nobody out and about. And then a couple of days ago, I was walking down here on First Street, and there's this guy that I know of. He's an acquaintance. It's just something that he lives just like down the street, so I see him more often now than before. I don't even know his name, but anyways, so I'm walking around and he says, "Hey, like he says hi to me," and I'm walking with Mercurio, and I could tell that he still wants to have a conversation, right? And I just threw it out. You know what? I'm COVID positive, and I'm thinking he's gonna be like, "Oh, all right, carry on." No, that guy, he's like, "How does it feel like? Like, are you okay? How's your family?" Oh my God, this thing backfired on me.
Yeah, dude.
I wanted him to be like, "Oh shit, you know what?"
Listen, man, I got COVID. I might be a zombie. You don't want to talk to me right now, bro. Just leave me alone.
But how does it feel like Tell me. I'm like, oh my God, it backfired.
It feels like I want to eat your brains right now, you son of a bitch.
It feels like I'm about to cough on you.
Yeah. It feels like you're about to become positive, motherfucker.
But, I mean...
It fucking feels awful. I feel like shit right now. You want it? You want it?
No, but I mean, it's not fun, you know. I think we had this conversation before where I sort of made the analogy of like, well, you know, if I push you down the second floor, you ain't gonna die, but it's gonna hurt. It's the same thing. Yeah. It's just like it's not something that you want to go through. Like, you know, you have a lot of people online that says it's just like the flu. You people are paranoid. I'm like, dude, I know what the flu feels like. And this thing was not like the flu. It's painful. You feel like you're getting ran over. Like now, my symptoms were like that. My body was aching. It felt like you haven't gone to the gym in like years, and you finally walk into a gym and you just do the heaviest things, the most reps you can. You get to the point where you want to throw up, and then you go home. How do you think you're gonna feel the next day? You're gonna feel like somebody just ran over you. Plus migraines. And then for me, for several days, the back of my eyeballs literally felt like they just wanted to like burst out. It was like that horrible kind of migraine. But the thing with me is that I never thought it was COVID because it happened the week when, not this time around, the first time around we all smoked. Like, was it like 3 weeks ago already? The first time around? Yeah. I remember taking Mercurio out for a walk on a Tuesday morning, and I remember even though I have a face mask, I could smell the burn. Like it was a really strong smell, even through the cloth. And I remember by the time I got back from walking him, which was about a 10-minute walk, I had a headache, and I'm like, man, the pollution was really strong. Little did I know that was actually the symptoms of COVID, but I always thought it was just the pollution. You know, I had it for about a week, maybe 4 or 5 days, where I had the feeling. Never did I feel like coughing. Never did I sneeze or had a runny nose or a sore throat. I didn't have none of the symptoms. It was just like the migraine, my eyeballs, and the body ache.
And you didn't have a fever, right?
And I never had a fever. I was checking myself. Even at one point, I was like, maybe I have a high blood pressure, and I'm having like maybe possibly a heart attack. And then I have the machine that measures your heart rate. No, everything was fine. It went away, and that's all I thought about it. It's like it was just the smoke, the pollution in the air. And it wasn't until like 2 Mondays ago that my baby had a fever. You know, like her fever started like at 3 in the morning, and it kept going. It went up, and then we were able to bring it down, and then at 8 in the morning it went back up, and that's how most of that Monday went. And then and then my coworker texts me, and he's like, hey, just to let you know, I'm COVID positive. Now, he hadn't gone to work the weekend before because his uncle came positive, so he right away said, you know what, I'm exposed, call work. They told him don't come to work, and then he got tested at county, which took about a week to get his results back. So on that Monday that my girl was having a fever, he texts me and tells me, hey, you know what, I'm positive. And then I tell Joanna, and she's like, let's call the doctor. We made an appointment for Gali on the next day on Tuesday. She tested positive. They right away told us, like the next day, she's positive. And obviously we're like, well, we got to get tested.
Right.
So on I think Thursday we went to get tested. I got my test results on Friday at 4 in the morning, like right away.
Yeah.
My results came back right away. I was positive. And then Joanna didn't start getting her symptoms till like this last week, and her symptoms.
How's she doing right now?
She's good. Her symptoms lasted about 4 days, but she did get the whole shortness of breath. We ended up having to call the doctor. They gave us the thing that you put in your finger to measure your oxygen level in your blood. And they told her if it goes below 94, you either call us or come to emergency. And at one point,
come back here. If it gets worse, don't come back.
Don't blame us. But yeah,
stay home.
So she essentially got the same symptoms that I did, except she did get the shortness of breath. I didn't get that. But yeah, it's not a good feeling. I mean, for those people that say that, oh, it's just like the flu, I'm like, I've had flu before, and then you get sneezing and coughing, but the body ache, like I said, it feels like I got hit by a truck, and I survived the accident. It was just a weird feeling, a horrible feeling.
Damn. How do you feel now?
Look at him.
No, I'm feeling good, man.
Drinking a beer, motherfucker. How you think you feel? I think you feel fine. I'm no doctor. Nothing,
I mean, I think part of it.
Just taking my medicine.
I mean,
take my medicine real quick. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
He's just drinking his fucking vodka and shit, just walking around butt naked. Look at him. What you think? I think he feels a hot in it. You know what I'm saying? No, Lalo walking around butt naked, he's feeling good.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I knew at the time that what I was feeling was COVID, maybe by my own thoughts, I might have made it feel worse than it actually was. The fact that that week that I was feeling like that, I tell this to Joanna, like I was still doing things around the house. I was still doing that, so I had no time to. I had no time to sit down and I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually sick.
I was still doing stuff, just going around touching everything.
No, I mean, yeah, because it never crossed my mind that it was. I mean, like I said, if I would have known that it was, it might have taken over me more than I allowed it. Because, like I said, I was
it's definitely a mental thing too, dude.
Yeah.
Psych yourself out, yeah.
Yeah, because I wasn't allowing it.
I'm positive that it's a mental thing for a lot of people. Like, I've heard of other people who've had it, and they might have had it for like a week or two before they actually found out that they had it, and then once they found out, they panicked, and it just got like 10 times worse. And it's like, well, yeah, because that's all a mental thing. Like, it was one of those things. It's like the whole time you didn't think about it. I mean, you felt some type of sickness, but you didn't think about it being, Corona or COVID. They were like you, still active, still doing shit. Once they found out that they were positive, it's like the world went to shit for them, And I'm like, well, that's kind of where I'm like, yeah, it's definitely a mental thing, because it just feels like I think people that go that route, it's like they might feel defeated. They're like, fuck, so they just kind of start, I guess, being weak a little bit. I don't even know if that's the right word.
There's a thing called cortisol level. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and so when you feel stress, it goes up, and when cortisol levels are up, your immunity goes down. So then your body doesn't fight it as well. I mean, you psych yourself out, you think the worst, of course the worst happens. So some people, they have it, they didn't know, they shuck it off, and they're fine. Other people, like, it just gets worse.
Yeah, I mean, the mind is a very powerful thing.
Like, your symptoms, they were only like aches. I don't say only to diminish it or whatever, but like, you had aches, your wife had shortness of breath. How's the baby? Like, because you don't hear about it with little kids or infants or whatever. That's scary.
Yeah, yeah. And the doctor told us, like, you know what, you shouldn't be worried about your baby, because most babies and infants, they're pretty good at fighting it, but it's not 100%. And like, there's some kids
that she's not going to have any side effects from it.
No, well, the doctor told us that right now, because of how short this whole thing has happened, there hasn't been enough studies to show lingering side effects. Right, like for us as adults, like I told Joanna, like you might have the lingering sensation of shortness of breath for like weeks or months. That's for adults.
I've heard some people talk about it for months.
Yeah. Like for me, I've had lingering like headaches, but not like painful headaches where I had to sit down, or those kind of headaches where you as soon as you move, it comes back. No, it's just a lingering, annoying sensation of a headache. Like I know now that I know that I had COVID, I'm like, oh well, now I understand why these headaches have been like lingering for a while. Yeah. But no, I mean I feel fine. One of the things that we asked is like, well, can we get tested again to make sure that it's out of our system? And they told us no, because you're gonna get false positives, because for 90 days, even though you're cured, your body developed the antibodies, the tests are gonna pick that up, and they're gonna come out showing that you still have COVID. So it's gonna give you a false positive. Yeah.
What?
So for us, we will have to wait like 90 days, and we could get tested. Yeah, but because of COVID, you're like right now I could actually walk around without a face mask because I'm immune to it for about 3 months, 90 days.
Is that a fact, Chris?
But after 90 days, I could get reinfected.
All this is new.
I could
Like
get
I don't. This is the side of it I haven't heard because we only see like what happens in the hospital, and usually those people they're in the hospital because they're already baseline not well, and like most people like that we've seen, they get tested and then they get discharged home. That's like kind of you never go hospitalized. You just stay home.
Yeah, like unless you really can't breathe. What? And this is what the doctor told us. They give because we have Kaiser. It's a online interview like right now, right?
And trust me, I dealt with that the other day.
And then the doctor says like, by the way I'm speaking, if I look like I'm like running out of breath just to say one sentence, yeah, that's already like, come over. You can't even talk to me without running out of breath. That's how they measure things. Clearly, like that's not my case. But yeah, so technically right now I could walk around. I cannot I can't get anybody sick right now, but nobody can get me sick for about 90 days. So right now basically I have a 30
Hey,
day
you should go sell some nalga in the corner, fool.
I was just gonna say, go around licking walls and doorknobs and shit. Just, I can't get sick.
You should go sell some butt cheeks, bro.
Yeah, sell some blood, just little vials of like Lalo's antibodies.
You have to go. Selling like crack and shit. Hey, you want some of that good stuff? I got that good stuff on me.
There's a guy around the corner that says he's got the cure. It's you gotta suck it out of a hose.
Baby.
Suck it out of a hose.
All you gotta do is suck his dick. Hey, Chris, I heard about that they're coming up with a new test where it's like a saliva test, and it's supposedly like that. I don't know how true and how soon this test may.
This guy at Tropicana told him about it in the parking lot.
Yeah, the guy who sold me my fucking green card told me about it.
He said he just took his dick in my mouth and he was talking about COVID or not.
Yeah, he just wanted to swap saliva with you just to test it. Like,
I'll spit on his face.
No, I don't know. Like it's all new. Like the hospital has the nose swab, like the invasive one. They don't even do the blood test because it just costs money. The nose swab you get the results in like 2 hours at the quickest. But like Lalo said,
really? So why the fuck do they wait 48 hours?
So it depends on where it's going, and this is what I had
That's
understood.
another thing I want to talk about.
Hospital,
no, go ahead.
Either at hospital or they have to send it off to. I think the major one here was Stanford. So there's like the lab in Stanford had to process everything. Initially, when it was really bad, I don't know where the CDC's headquarters is for California. They all went through there. That's why it took so goddamn long. But now you can do it in-house in some places. You've got the capabilities. But, so...
But Kaiser won't even test you, because I have Kaiser now from work. And remember when I told you a while back that I wanted to go get tested and shit? Yeah. I called Kaiser and I was like, I'm trying to see if I can get tested. They're like, oh, well, do you have any symptoms? I'm like, well, no, but, I might have been exposed. I just want to make sure. Well, if you don't have any symptoms, you're okay. I'm like...
Crazy.
When did you do that? Salo, when did you do that?
When did I do what?
You tried to get that test.
Oh man, this was back in June.
Okay, well that's because there were less tests. Like for me and us, they didn't even say. Well, they did tell us, do you have any symptoms? And I was like, no, but my coworker tested positive, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, come down. And that's just because they have more tests available now. Maybe in July or June, they're like, yeah, if you have no symptoms, we're not gonna waste this on you. And there's something.
Yeah, but again though, like I said, what if you might have been potentially exposed? You might not have symptoms, but you may be, like I said, asymptomatic, right? So
this is where you can kind of lie and say, you know what, my coworker told me that he's positive. And he told me after a couple of days, so, and they're gonna see that being, oh shit, yeah, you're most likely really.
Dude, listen, these people at Kaiser were Look, again, this was in July, so you might be right about the time frame shit. But I was just like, dude, I was like, I just want to make sure, because I told him, I said, I live with my mother, and she's diabetic. So, you know, if I may have caught it, I definitely don't want to be around her, and I need to know. No, you're fine. Have you had any coughs? Do you have shortness of breath? I'm like, damn, bitch, well, fuck. No, but still, though. I said, you know, I'm trying to get tested. And then I told him, I said, but my whole thing was like, it's not like I'm asking you guys to do it for free. I'm paying for Kaiser. Like, I got your insurance. Like, come on, man. Like, what's the fucking problem, you know? It wasn't, they just are like, no, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And I told them.
It was the timing.
So after that, then I scheduled an appointment to go to, like, you know, one of these local places, right? And yeah, I went to Pal Stadium, and so like the following day that I talked to the nurse, a doctor called me from Kaiser. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just returning your call that they told me yesterday, or they told me today that you called yesterday and you wanted to see if you want to get tested." He's like, "I just want to see if you have any symptoms, this and that." I was like, "I don't have any symptoms." I said, "As of right now, I don't." I said, but you know, I need to know if I'm, you know, positive or not. And then he goes, "Well, you know, if you don't have any symptoms, you know, you're all right." And I was like, I told him, I said, "I know your nurse told me that yesterday." I said, well, no. I said, no matter what, I already I scheduled an appointment somewhere else, and I'm gonna go on Tuesday. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea." So I'm sitting there like, wait, so. Like my whole thing again was, yeah, like I'm paying for this insurance. Like this is my insurance, my health insurance, and you guys are saying no, but everywhere else they're saying yeah. Like, dude, what the? Like, I don't know. It was weird for me, but nonetheless, you know, I got the test results back hella late. It took like 3 weeks for me to get my test results back, but you know, it came back negative, so it was good. But
yeah, that's the thing with my coworker. When he went to get tested, it took him 5 days, and the day that he got his test results back, it was the day that my baby had a fever. So like,
yeah,
you're telling me this, and then my girl is having a fever.
Yeah, so it's like 2 and 2 add up. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
Well, that was my whole thing. Why I went to go get tested, because on the same day at work, I find out that some dude popped positive at work, right? And then I get a call later from Oscar, or from Efren, my boy Efren, and he's like, "Hey, dude, my nephew got it." And it was all like within like 2 hours that I got these you know, things, and I was like, "Wow, this is not good." Yeah. At that point, then I was like, "All right, well now I have to go make sure that I'm good," because at that point, you know, that happened maybe like on the guy at work. We found out 2 days later, obviously, and then, you know, my boy's nephew, I hadn't seen him for like about a week and a half. So I was like, "Damn, man, I've been around my sisters and the kids and my mom." So I was like, "Fuck, dude, you know, it's been a minute now. So if I caught it, I've been around my sisters, around my sister and the kids and my mom especially." And I was like, "Dude, I have to go get checked, you know, and just to make sure." And I even told my mom and my sister, I said, "We all have to go get checked now. Like, it's happening. This is happening. You know, so don't fight it. Let's just go." And everybody was like, "Yeah, let's go. I mean, it's better. It's good to go check and make sure that we're not, right?" And luckily everything came out negative, you know. So, but yeah, it was. It's a trippy feeling, dude. To think about that, like, you know, just to think that, damn, dude, I was exposed of it, or exposed to it of some sort. It's just like, fuck, dude. And not knowing, I think, is the worst part, dude. No, like those 3 weeks that I waited for my results, I hated every second of it, because even though I didn't have any symptoms and nobody at home had any symptoms, you're still like, okay, we're probably good, all right, because we haven't had symptoms for 2 weeks now, maybe even 3 at that point. And it was like, but it's still in the back of your mind, like, but what if, right? What if? Because once you still have to wait for the results, and I'm just like, fuck. Dude.
Yeah, same thing over here, because the Sunday before my baby had a fever. That weekend on Saturday we went to my mom's house, and on Sunday we went to my mother-in-law's house.
Right.
And obviously everybody's holding the baby and stuff, right? So when we found that out, it was like, fuck, dude. It's one of those things that you don't think about, where like, it's like a chain of events. You know, you put
yes. Because then you start thinking, who the fuck have I been around?
Yeah, so
this whole time?
We call our families, and you guys have to go get tested. It's not a matter of
it's not an option.
Are you sure? Like, no, you have to go get tested. And this is the bad thing about coming out COVID positive is that there's two things. One is the obvious, the stigma, because I mean, people were. Just
if they didn't look at you sideways, they definitely look at you sideways.
No,
now.
And I got my share of guilt trip, and it's one of those things where like,
of course,
like it's not like I purposely brought it in. Like, here you go, people, deal with it. That, but the other thing is like,
live this down with married life, bro. You can your animation student. What the fuck? Remember that time you gave me?
No, dude. This is one of the things I said.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be 20 years from now. It's gonna be 20 years from now. And they're like, remember that one time you brought the virus? The virus.
Hey, sucio. ¿Te acuerdas, sucio?
And then the other thing is like the non-stop calling from county. They call. I think they call me Jessup on me 4 times. Joanna, I think they call her like 4 or 5 times because they just want to make sure that who do you talk to?
That you're alive, motherfucker.
Well, not even. Well, yeah, but mostly like who do you?
At least I think. I don't know.
They want to know who you possibly spread it to or who gave it to you. But it's one of those things like they call me and I'm on the phone for like 15, 20 minutes, and then the next day they call me, oh, well, we have more questions regarding this and this and that, and another 20 minutes, okay, bye. And they call me again, oh, we have other questions regarding, I'm like, oh my God, dude, it's just like, I get it, you guys are doing your job, it's good, you want to, trace this shit, make sure that for statistics.
Wait, so that was, damn, dude,
and that was throughout the week.
Yeah, to hear about it, I can't, I get it, that they're trying to trace it back, but so what were they asking you, like, the amount of people you were with, or the people you were with,
like,
or what?
Where do you think you got it from?
Like, they want names?
Yeah, so honestly, they asked me, like, can you give me the names of the people that you came in contact with? And I'm like, you know what, I can't give you the names of everybody, because, especially my in-laws.
I was around Chris Conner, Juan Alvarado,
all kinds of people.
Eduardo.
Donald Trump.
I'll point out their addresses to you. I'll take them to your house. I'll take you to their house. I don't give a fuck.
Just everybody gets black bagged out of nowhere. I didn't do
They start disappearing.
Those are those 330 motherfuckers over there, right there.
I'll be like, let me get my blacklist. I mean, my contact list. No, but yeah, they really wanted to give everybody's number. Like, you know what? I can't give you the numbers of my in-laws.
So that's the other thing. Is like, what happens at that point?
Well, I told them, you know what? Like, I gave them one of my sister-in-laws because I asked Joanna, like, what about her? And if she feels comfortable, she can give out, the rest of her family. But when it came to like my mom and my brother, like, yeah, you could call my mom, you could call my brother, and so forth.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, like, they all came out negative.
That was my next question. Like,
they all came out negative?
Yeah, exactly. So that's a good thing.
That's awesome.
But is there like an incubation period where maybe there's potential exposure, you test, nothing shows
7
up,
days.
And then later they do test? Who knows? Like
7 days. So let's say right now I expose you, Chris, and you go get tested tomorrow. It's gonna come out negative. You
expose yourself.
You gotta wait 7 days.
Okay.
After the 7 days, even if you don't show symptoms, after 7 days, a test will prove if you have it or you don't. But like I said,
you said earlier, like you test positive, and then they won't test you again for 90 days because you could test false positive. So it's like,
that's weird. That is so weird.
Because your body has the antibodies, and that's gonna reflect on a test. So it's gonna show.
It was only the nose swab, right? You never got the blood test.
And the tonsils.
Tonsils. Okay.
Yeah. So
we know you like to get your tonsils worked out. So.
So yeah. So it was,
So, now that you cheated death, do you see life differently now? Or what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like how you broke into that. Now you cheated Jam.
Dude, it's weird because before I was already criticizing people that didn't want to wear a face mask, but
you're stupid as fuck, dog.
But now just like
bring it back to life. How was it?
I saw the tunnel. I saw the tunnel, and I said no. I will not walk into the light.
First of all, how did the devil's dick taste? Because you were there. You was
Tamarindo.
A tamarindo with a hint of cinnamon. Let me tell you, it takes your breath away, literally.
But once you're done, all your troubles are done.
So your breakfast
for 90 days.
Next morning, your food tastes better the next morning. Hey, did you lose any kind of sense of taste or anything? No, right?
No, you know what? Now that you think, actually, I was talking to John about this a couple of days ago. I do remember having this sensation in my nostrils, like in there, but I just figured that it was part of the smoke. Like I thought I really inhaled that shit really hard. That it right away gave me a headache. So for like about I remember one night, because we ended up having to get an air purifier because I really thought it was like the air pollution that was somehow still getting in the house. I remember having this sensation here in my nostrils. You know when you go in the ocean or in the pool and for some reason water comes out of your nostrils and you really get that weird sharp sensation? Well, imagine that, but if kind of like the end of that sensation, like a lingering sensation still in there. But like I said, I kept thinking it was just like, man, that air pollution is really getting inside the house because I'm still smelling it. But
the virus just
no, hey Juan, the virus grabbed him. DDT that motherfucker.
The nose hair, just fuck yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's what the virus is doing. Just.
Yeah, dude, but no joke, dude.
Kind of tingles right here.
Yeah, hey, you know what though? On Friday, dude, this smoke shit though, that's some serious shit out there right now, bro.
You know what? That's why when you were actually describing how you felt, I was like, I could kind of see that because when I go outside and I have to walk the dogs and stuff, I get back, I'm hella thirsty. Like I just feel like the smoke is just like I try to make.
Bro, dude, on Friday I got home because I patrol outside. I got home from work, bro. I didn't have the biggest headache because I usually don't get headaches, but I had a little headache, and I was like, dude, no, fuck that, right? And then I saw on the news they were like, oh yeah, right now, don't go outside because you're gonna start coughing, you're gonna have headaches, and I'm sitting there like, fuck, I've been sitting in this bitch for 8 hours, like, god damn, bro. And it's just yeah, like because that's like I said, I patrol outside, and I'm sitting there. And throughout the day, I'm working and I'm doing shit and stuff. And I guess I'm not gonna say I don't think about it, but I'm busy doing other stuff. But when I was finally waiting to punch out on Friday, like I just started feeling this little headache, and I was like, dude, what the fuck, dude? Like I never felt the cough, but definitely just a little headache. And I was like, man, like this is some bullshit, And then I got home and I took a nap, and then I didn't have the headache anymore. And then I told my mom, I was like, you know what, dude? Oh man, my head started here. She's all, well, they're saying the symptoms are of breathing in that dirty ass air. I'm like, but it's inevitable for me. I'm fucking outside 8 hours, maybe even more sometimes. Like she's like, well, I was like, fuck, dude, that shit hella sucks.
So what day was it that everything was like orange outside? Was it Monday or Tuesday?
That was fucking cool, actually. Like I know it sucks for a lot of people.
I mean, yeah. Dude, it was weird because. Go ahead.
Well, no, it just looked like Blade Runner outside.
Yeah,
this is amazing. We're all wearing masks. We're in the future right now. Like, this is the apocalypse.
Dude, because I sleep right next to the window. And so in the morning, light always comes in. But this time it was like this orange, like orange highlighter kind of color. Like a really bright. And I'm like, what the hell? And I open up the blinds and everything's orange. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then
and the trippy shit is that it was like that all fucking day. Yeah. It wasn't like just a couple hours. All day, dude.
Dude, this whole week...
Hey, and believe it or not, the air quality was better on that day than the following day.
Yeah.
Because it was higher up in the eye.
It was higher up. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you know what? The funny thing is,
Friday was actually 2 days later, and it was worse. Air quality.
Yeah, dude, that's the day that my headache was hit. Dude, and that was the other thing. They were like, just look at the air quality to see how good or bad it is. Dude, it was at like red or purple or something. I was like,
black.
I'm reading the description of it. It's like, don't go outside, and I'm like,
fuck.
That's like the filters and shit, dude. The ones that fucking
dude, it was so bad. It was so bad. Mercurio, when I take him out to the backyard where I'll just open the door and just run around, he'll be back there for like maybe 5-10 minutes. Dude, I open the door, he goes outside, close the door. I don't even get to the kitchen when he's already at the door, like, let me in.
He's like, fuck
trying to kill me. Even Mercurio's like, fool, you trying to kill me. Fuck that. You go outside.
You know, it's funny because I'll see people jogging out there.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're developing lung cancer. Yeah, well, here where I live, there's a lot of like white young people. Yeah, they're jogging with their dog, and I'm like, dude, I'm just taking these guys to take a shit, and we're going back in.
Yeah.
Hey, Lalo, you better hurry up and take a shit. I'm gonna get your ass out here.
I don't want to have to squeeze that shit out of you.
Not cool. Yeah, no, that's it was pretty bad on Friday.
Dude, I'm telling you,
like,
2020.
I was like, I shouldn't even be out here, but I mean, fuck, dude, what was I supposed to do? You know, by that point, like I was like, well, I'm already here. Like I'm thinking about not going to work tomorrow because of that. Like, but then I'm thinking, so I don't go to work tomorrow, right? But what happens Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
I thought I heard somebody say that we might be expecting rain this week. Hopefully that's true. That would.
Well, if there's still a lot of particles in the air, that's gonna be acid rain.
It's gonna be acid rain. Yeah, I was gonna say it's the apocalypse, guys.
Just don't go outside.
You know what's so funny? Last weekend, because you know how last weekend was like fucking hot, and I remember on the weekend they were saying, yeah, it's gonna be up to like 80, 90 degrees even this last week. Well, all this air pollution was basically a blanket. That's why it was kind of like cool and chill outside. But without it, it would have been another hot week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we have the fires to thank for this nice weather that keep us cool. Awesome. Yeah, like I guess the fires, you heard about the San Bernardino thing? Like I'm sure everybody's talking about that. Is a gender reveal like
I love all the memes that people were coming out with.
What?
Dude.
Wait, what?
There was a gender reveal party. You know how people go like they cut the cake, it's either blue or pink. You know what the sex of the baby. These fucking people had fireworks in like a high fire zone,
like a forest area, like forest woodsy area, and it let off fireworks.
And that's what sent like San Bernardino had to evacuate like thousands of people. The whole shit set on fire. Like I hope they named that baby Ash. Like fuck.
Atom bomb. Yeah, dude. Hey, seriously, our so-called makeshift gender reveal was literally just like my parents, Ceci's parents, and her sister gave us a gift. And whatever the gift we opened up, we knew it was a boy or girl. Obviously, if it was a boy gift or a girl gift, it would be something obvious. That was it. Like these fuckers went crazy, dude. Like I've seen videos where.
You know that they got
fire and shit.
That family they penalized them for I think $8 billion.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Now that puts a smile on my face.
Yeah, they I read that they
cash your check. How would you like the face?
I hope they named that baby Hungry because that's what's gonna happen for the rest of the life.
No, they should name that baby Billion because that's what they're gonna be paying.
You know what? We'll just give you our baby. Here you go.
That's what I was gonna say. Just sell the baby. Damn.
And they're gonna be like, you owe a couple of more babies still.
Kid's gonna be cleaning that whole San Bernardino County his whole life. Like, you guys fucked this up for me. He's just sitting there raking.
Great grandkid, you're still cleaning
all the ashes.
Hey, I would have just looked at the girl. Why didn't you fucking swallow? Fuck.
All your fault.
All your fucking fault. God damn it.
Dude,
I wanted a blowjob, but no.
Dude, I loved all the memes that they made.
$1 million. See this? Your little mistake cost us $8 billion.
There goes your cooties over there.
There's gonna be a picture of the baby. You're not welcome here.
I hate you.
Hey, so was it a boy or a girl?
I think it was a.
Who gives a rat's ass? It was an expensive person.
Yeah.
There was a
Congratulations,
mistake.
it's a fire.
Congratulations, it's debt, nigga.
Congratulations, there goes your county. Thank you very much.
No, dude, that's better. That's a better name. Just name the baby debt.
Hey, you were just talking about how the new stadium cost $5 billion. The LA owner of the Rams like $5 billion gets you one of these right here. $8 billion, damn, that's a lot of fucking.
$8 billion gives you a forest.
Yeah, dude, holy shit. But realistically, what's gonna happen with that? I mean,
they're gonna be doing community service.
I mean, how do they pay that off?
They're gonna be doing community service for the rest of their lives. That's what.
I mean, that's the only way. Because literally, you're never going to pay. What? You said $8 billion? Never. You're never going to pay that off.
Anybody, come on, that's doing a gender reveal or something, just keep fire out of that shit. Do a cake, do a fucking balloon, something, dude. Come on.
You know what? Just when you go do the ultrasound, just let the doctor reveal it to you.
Yeah, that's.
What is the? God damn.
You should organize a party and just have the doctor come over with an envelope or something, and doctor, please read it.
Girl, the boy, that's it.
Yeah, you save yourself a lot of money.
You save yourself $8 billion.
$8 billion.
Fuck, dude.
But you know, it's people who are trying to just raise up the stakes, put it on social media. You know, that's what it comes down to.
You know, it's probably
social media. That's so fucking sad.
Fireworks. And now the chicks probably be like, you just had to, right? You just had to fucking blow some shit up, right? That's what you needed to do here, right? Never gonna live that down. Never gonna live that down.
Hey, off that topic. We all need to go to Sergio's mom's house, dude. I didn't know she sold the enchiladas, way.
Yeah, but you gotta order them online before you basically go pick them up.
No, I'm VIP. I'm gonna show up. What the fuck's wrong with you? No, what?
Yeah, I saw them doing that. I'm like, that's good for them. I mean,
so that's their like weekend business.
Yeah. Just Saturdays. That's it. Noon to Saturday.
I'm gonna have to go.
Just for
or
now.
if it's just like an order thing, I'm gonna order something just because you gotta support, dude.
Nice. There's been a few times where I've just been I've been doing something, but I've known about it for a few weeks now and stuff. And actually, this weekend I was thinking about it. But then they stopped. They didn't do it this weekend because of the air pollution.
Yeah, because of the fucking air. I didn't know about it, obviously, because I don't have social media. So I'm sure that's where it was posted. Yeah. But that's why when he said that, he's like, oh, enchiladas at my mom's house. I thought he was just going to be at his mom's house. And he's like, come through, right? I was like, okay. And then I see the pictures. I was like,
you just showing up. He's like, Amy, food.
What the fuck? I came for the free enchiladas. What the fuck is that?
How made you order? I just showed up. Dude.
I heard you guys were making enchiladas. I came.
You guys saw like walking in from the backyard.
We're selling them.
Hey, so when he sent that text, I saw it. I was like, oh, cool. You know, he's gonna be in town. I'll go eat. And then I saw the picture where it said the price. I was like, wait.
It's like that scene. Like that scene in Half Baked where they're smoking with like, we sell this shit, right? You're just like, I just stopped eating these yesterday.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, so you gotta order online? Is that how it works?
That's what he told me. Yeah.
Free plug. Hey, we should have that fool on next time.
Dude, says, just let me know. Yeah, that's what tells me all the time.
We keep fucking up. on But yeah, just for sure, next time somebody remind me, and we'll definitely get that fool. I mean, all he has to do is jump on his computer. So.
It's not like he has to come to town. You zoom it out with him, you know what I mean?
We're a bunch of idiots. Why didn't we think of this back in March?
I know.
What?
It's long. He's long overdue. That's for sure. He's long overdue.
Yeah.
I'll give him a heads up and stuff. Like, you gotta come on and be funny, or else you can't come on.
Or just send us
no pressure at all.
Yeah, no pressure. Or send a care package of enchiladas to us.
If you can't make it, send food.
You could be on the show, but we all need enchiladas.
The taste test reveal or whatever.
We're gonna have a mukbang.
There you go, people. Enchilada fucking gender reveal and shit. You know? Something.
Hey Juan, if you end up doing the whole thing where it's unlimited time here, we should do another power hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean,
dude, I know. Hey, I know how the end of that video is gonna look like. Just four empty squares.
Last man standing. Yeah.
Yeah, this is us. Yeah, like this.
Dude.
Hey, if we don't sign off like this, just fucking right off. then it wasn't successful. It wasn't successful.
I see Juan. I see just. Oh, he's all right. He's all right, guys.
I've seen people projectile vomit in 15 minutes.
And then Lalo running in the background butt naked.
Just like the Flash and shit, just a blur.
You slow it down, you just see the dick just.
I'm down for that, dude. Hey, but yeah,
that's some funny shit, dude. I'm down for Power Hour, even though I don't think I can do it anymore. But I'm down.
Yeah, it's actually it'd be a challenge now for sure.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm not 22 anymore.
I haven't had beer
straight up.
I haven't had beer since like June, so.
Damn, you're gonna be the first one out.
I'll be the first one dead, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
For sure, my tolerance has gone down. It's just for the fact that.
Dude, all of our. I know dude. I know I'm probably the one that drinks the most out of all of us, but not like that. Like, I guarantee you I'm not gonna last it.
It's a skill.
Like, it's just
it's a
no way.
Skill, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's a skill you need to have. You need to know how to actively get yourself to burp.
Yeah.
And not everybody can do it. I've seen people projectile vomit at 15 minutes, which is only like maybe two and a half beers or some shit like that. You break it
just
down.
all the gas. The gas is just right here.
Yeah, you can't release that gas. You know, it's just crazy, dude.
I can make myself burp, but again, I'm not 22 anymore. I'm 30 I'll be 36 in December, so I'm just saying. I know that when I was 22, I tried. I'm 30. I'm about to be 36. I don't fucking need to try no more. Once I feel that shit, like, man, I'm done, guys. 2 minutes in, yeah, I'm done.
I think I can still handle. I mean, I think it'll get to me, but I think I can still handle.
Yeah.
Sounds like a dare, Harry.
Well, we need to.
It's a double dare.
We need to definitely do it the right way. Last time we were kind of timing ourselves. We need to have like a timer that literally sounds, every minute. You know what I mean? So we just whatever we're doing.
What I'm thinking is, right now I'm on my laptop. I could use my Joanna's computer, and just have a timer like right there on the camera. So it'll be a separate screen.
Yeah.
It'll be its own separate screen, so we all can see the timer at the same time, and not just because I'm sure there's a lag, a lag on all of us. But if we can visualize it, and we all can see it, I think that might help.
Yeah. I'm down. We should get some more people too. See who's down and shit. You know what I mean?
I can find some victims.
I think I could get my brother down.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm sure I can find some victims that think that they can still hang for sure.
Do it.
That's gonna be golden. That's gonna be golden TV right there, bro.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Straight out. People will be like, "Yeah, bro, I could do it." Yeah, you getting me views, motherfucker.
I love that too because the beginning aspect is a shot of beer every episode.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
No problem. Dude, by 20, 25 minutes, fuck, it's already been a minute, dude.
No, by 20 minutes in, it's already been a minute. Yeah, motherfucker.
40 minutes, you're like, dude, really?
Should we stick to like light beer, or should we pick something that's a little bit more challenging.
I'm gonna suggest very light. Remember we did it with Hef?
That's on you and stuff, but I wouldn't recommend anything too heavy, dude.
Remember we did it with Hef?
Yeah, we did it with Hef.
Oh, that's the day I saw the gods, dude.
I wanted to stab
the
me.
day. That's the day the tremors came and took me, dude. That's that day, bro.
Dude, this dude went through like a deck. He fucking and one of his foot just.
I'm gonna tell you something, Chris. I never thought I could kiss one of my knees. I literally kissed a knee. I didn't even know I was that agile, dude. I didn't know my legs could spread out that fucking far.
In the middle of conversation too, just all of a sudden, just blah blah blah, dude. Fucking.
And then stupid ass Sergio, tremors. It's the tremor. You son of a bitch. God damn. But I think that was
at his place?
Yeah.
That was at Sergio's place? Like that outside?
Yeah.
Fuck. Hey, did you ever fix that deck?
Who, me?
Well, who broke it?
No.
It's funny. There was a moment of silence, like, who else could have broken it?
Hey, do you remember when we had the edibles over there? Dude, so our genius's asses one Saturday night thinking like, well, we ain't got shit to do. And then this fool won, and Sergio and myself were like, hey.
No experience at all. I just brought
we're on a bunch of weed. This fool calls me out. Hey, dude, come through. We're gonna go to Sergio's fool and have edibles. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he's like, but we're making them. I was like, oh, okay, cool, right? So we get over there, and so I see these fools, right? And I'm like, you guys know how to make them? They're like, no. I'm like, so what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Ziploc bag, dude. Ziploc bag. Dude, they just threw like half of it in there.
Fine.
Did they work?
Dude, did it ever. Dude, I was sitting there. Dude, I had trails on my hand, dude. I've never had trails for weed. Like, literally. Like, it's like my hand was just like doing this. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey,
dude, and there was a point. Was it you, Juan, who was like, I don't want to be high anymore? Because, dude, we were high for like 4 or 5 hours.
Like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and at 4 in the morning, I'm on Sergio's couch watching Soul Train. Just, I don't want to be high anymore. I'm done, dude.
I want to go home. What's happening?
So fucking high, but I'm like, I can't.
Hey, and it wasn't like at 4 in the morning that it got down. It was still like intense.
Yeah, it was just going.
Dude, it was like 7-8 hours of intense blown, dude. Just like, oh my god, dude.
Like these impatient asses didn't wait. I waited because you gotta wait 45 minutes. So I'm hearing because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I never made this shit before, but I did it. What about 45 minutes? And these fuck that. We're just gonna smoke.
Yeah, because it wasn't hitting.
I was like, I don't know.
Dude, I remember because in the middle of my hit, and we're hitting the bong, right? We're surges, and I'm just like, fucking. In the middle of my hit, the edible hit, and then I breathed out the fucking smoke. So it was like, dude.
Hey, I remember Sergio had a pool table in his garage, and at one point he's like aiming, and his arm just. He's like, I don't know what just happened to my arm just now. Dude. Like, just
fucking sweet.
It was just muscle spasm.
Yeah, dude, fucking muscle spasm or some shit. He's like, I don't know what's happening right now. Dude, like, fucking stoned right now, out of my mind.
Dude, that night it was so bad because we were all sitting in his living room because there was other people there. Hey, and like Juan said, just watching like infomercials all for like a good 3 hours, right? Somebody's like, dude, why the fuck are we watching this shit? We change it, right? Chris, I kid you not, the controller was on my leg. But I was so blown out of my mind, bro. I could not process.
Get the hand there.
Yes, I couldn't move my hand, dude.
This nigga
I could not move my hand to like grab the controller to change it. And so you know what I did? And then they're like, "Where's the controller?" I was like, "It's right here." And they're like, "Take it." Nah,
you gotta come get it.
I can't do that. And then but nobody got up to grab the controller. Everybody's just like, all right, fuck it. So we just kept watching infomercials for like another 2 hours.
I'm like, thank God he didn't change it.
Gone.
I see this juicer that's
gone.
Hey, dude, I just remember there just fucking sitting there forever, dude, and I'm just thinking, it's gonna be like tomorrow already, and I'm like, still fucking.
It's gonna be tomorrow already. I got shit to do.
Like,
I gotta go pay my light bill. I can't go pay my light bill like this.
Fucking time dilation. You're just in another fucking time.
Dude, I think that's the same night that stupid son of a bitch Sergio said, "Oh yeah, dude, you guys can have whatever's in the fridge." And this motherfucker had nothing, but he had a whole cow in the freezer. Like, what the fuck, bro? You offering me shit? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
Help yourself to the raw steaks.
Yeah, he saw there's like steaks in the freezer. It's like, what the fuck? Let me take the fucking steaks out of the freezer, like fry them up at like fucking 3 a.m. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that, dude?
I think he even said it. He's like, dude, I went to sleep and woke up and I was still fucking blown out of my mind. I was like, fuck, dude. He's like, I've never woken up high. He's like, but that was fucking trippy, bro. He's like, I went to sleep, I woke up to take a piss, and I was fucked up still. I was like, damn, dude.
Mind you, these are Salo's rookie days. There were his rookie days where he wouldn't smoking, he barely started smoking weed. And I remember we would be like, hey, do you want to smoke? And he would be like, I just smoked last weekend. And nah, dude, like, that's how like early this was. This was fucking.
I mean, I was already smoking, but not like constantly like that. You know what I mean? But yeah,
I remember my first big bong hit at when we were still in Stillborn, like in that practice place at Mike's house. You guys were just like fucking chimneys, just hitting it like champs. And then, okay, I'll give him. And then like you're feeling good, right? Like the music, we're playing, and you fucking assholes start like changing the tempo up, so you slow it down and then speed it up. I'm over here like I'm 8 risks behind. I have to keep up right now. I was still in nursing school at the time, so I stepped out. Like I didn't even say anything to the two of them. Juan and Mike were still playing, and like I just put my guitar down and walked out to my car and just sat down. I put the stethoscope in my ears to listen to my heart. Like I'm dying. Is my heart good?
I'm dying. Jesus. I'm on
yeah. Fucking good old days, dude.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I miss it.
Those were the days of actually like, dude. Remember? Well, remember when we got the gas mask?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we bought me a gas. You know, we bought a gas mask when I had my apartment, dude. That fucking shit. Hard,
dude, that shit was literally in storage. Like it was like if you like, he had it like in a garage and it was all dusty and shit. Because that was like the thing that was like, oh, you trying to be a tough guy, huh, motherfucker? You say you can smoke? All right, we got something for you. And we bust that shit out. And it was like the holy girl, like, oh, like, dude,
that shit on, and it's already intense. Like it sucks your face in, and then like it's connected to a fucking pipe and just fucking, dude, what happened? Did I give that to you?
Fuck no.
Don't tell me you don't have it.
I think you threw it away, dude.
I don't know. I think I would have given.
Either that or you probably gave it to Peter, dude.
I would have given something that precious to somebody, not just thrown it away. That shit was.
I think you might have given it to Peter because Peter, by the time Peter was there, like we would smoke, but not like that. Like it wasn't intense like that. And he was, remember that motherfucker used to scrape the bowl?
Damn.
Yeah.
That fool was
for a while. That fool would like scrape the inside of the pipes and just fucking the waxy part and shit. And just
he's like, you trying to smoke a hash ball? No, motherfucker, there ain't no hash.
I remember one day I was just sitting there in the fucking in the dining.
That's a black ball of cancer. I'm cool.
Yeah. We were sitting at the dining table. I'm watching TV, like having cereal or some shit. And this fool just in the fucking. he's like scraping some fucking bong or some shit, like a pipe or something. And I just hear clank, clank, clank. And he's just like, Oh, stupido bitch. Like, what happened? Whenever he was scraping, like he dropped it and went down the fucking sink, and he was working on that shit for like half an hour.
No.
Can't smoke it anymore, dude. I'm like,
hey, Juan, sucks for you.
That's crazy. That's a
crazy ass story, bro.
That's a bowl of cereal, just like
yeah, just said. What can I tell you, bro?
Hey, we got about a minute and a half, yo.
Takeaways.
Gas mask sucks. They hurt your feelings. Straight out.
I may.
Oh no! Final thought. That's my takeaway of the night.
My takeaway is I need to smoke.
Says the guy with the fucking airway issue.
Yeah. That's the guy that just talked to death.
I see life differently.
Modelo's a treatment for COVID.
That's the cure.
No, the funny thing about this is that a couple of days ago we had a little Zoom meeting with my brother and a couple of people, and it's like, oh, let's a peda Zoom night, and I'm like, dude, I can't even go get beer. Like, I can't leave the house, and he's like, I'll drop some beer at your house, and sure enough, he did. So I'm like, this is COVID beer.
Chris, your takeaway.
Takeaway. Glad, Lalo, you're doing good, man. Like,
thank you.
Shit.
I'm a survivor.
What would you say, Salo? Welcome to becoming a statistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a statistic. Yeah.
You're good, dude. Don't worry about it. You failed us. You didn't die.
That's a good fail.